Greetings and salutations. This is Tales of Monkey Island, episode 4. Hopefully this god behaves this time, with my co-host, StarprincessHLC and Surot.
I'm out of grapes.
Now those really are the grapes of wrath.
I'm not out of nails, though.
Pardon?
Continuation of the duck song.
Anyway, moving on.
When last we left off, we found the sponge inside of a manatee's cave.
Oh, can we stop doing that game?
It's a lot less rude than it
While
sounds,
searching
really.
for a cure to the pirate-afflicting pox of LeChuck, the fates of Guybrush Threepwood and Morgan Le Fay are blown off course when they are swallowed by a lovelorn leviathan. Much to Morgan and Guybrush's surprise, an uneasy alliance to escape the beast blossoms into a genuine friendship between the pirate and pirate hunter. A tidal shift that leads Threepwood to the elusive pox curing Esponja Grande. But Guybrush learns too late that it is the wise pirate who prepares for the inevitable change in the winds as Morgan betrays him and returns him to the scientific clutches of the Marquis de Sange.
Well, Guybrush is an idiot.
And yet somehow he keeps winning and gets the girl. How does that work?
Everyone else are bigger idiots.
I guess.
Land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king and all.
Well, the game where they got married wasn't produced by the original team.
$28, $29, 30,000 pieces of silver, mon petit chouchou. Just as we agreed.
It had better be, or I'll cut the difference out of your fluffy wig.
I got an idea. Why don't you let me go and I'll pay you double what the Marquis is paying.
Don't embarrass yourself, Threepwood.
Yeah, we know you don't have that money.
Back on the narwhal, I've got an entire kitty full of cold, hard IOUs.
At least he's honest.
Threepwood, you grossly underestimate the value of that which gushes through your
Since
body.
when?
Well, I've got a pretty good idea. Why, my spit alone once won me 8,000 pieces of 8 on Booty Island.
Then you should die knowing that you gave a priceless gift to science.
He uses truth in dishonest ways.
Finally, I've got the Threepwood, I've got the formula, and soon I'll have nothing left than life eternal.
Okay, but can you sew my hand back on? Elaine is still pissed that we are missing our wedding ring.
Speaking of that, how was he tied up at the wrists?
What?
What is this?
Ah, it's a welcome back party. I hope they brought ice cream cake.
Guybrush Threepwood. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Well, considering the amount of time it
Hey,
took from us
why can't I
recording
stop
the
my
last
legs?
episode of this one.
What?
Yeah.
No! No, come back!
This cracker croaker's got a date in the court of pirate law. You test tube tinker and Talleyrand.
What?
Language.
Then the scurvy dog will hang.
Arr.
You,
After him!
hey.
No,
I
my
bought
deal's
you
done.
Threepwood, and you paid me. We're done here.
We'll just see about that.
No, seriously, how is he tied at the wrists?
With a lot of effort.
Maybe he's tied at the elbow?
Captain Threepwood, having been found guilty of all charges, you'll be taken to the nearest ship and keel-hauled until your ravaged skin hangs in tatters from your bleeding.
Guilty? But I haven't been charged with anything yet.
You haven't? Where's that incompetent prosecutor?
Right here, Your Honor.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Oh no.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, yes.
Stan had to in
Okay,
flagrante
so that
his
part is
delicto.
not-
And
not
there was
his
a
favourite
line in the
episode.
washroom.
Belay your excuses, you sniveling sea weasel, and get on with the charges. I've got grog waiting for me at Club 41.
Of course, Your Immensity. Your Honor, pirates.
How did he
and
not
wenches of
get
the gallery.
poxed?
Hey, that's us.
This evening
Maybe
I will
he's
prove
already
beyond a
poxed and
scintilla
he
of a
just
shadow
don't
of a
know it
doubt
yet.
that Guybrush Threepwood is guilty of no fewer than
pirates.
4 heinous crimes.
I thought there'd be 3.
Firstly, that he did knowingly engage in a bar fight that horribly injured the beloved feline of local pirate elder, Hemlock McGee.
And it's still good for him.
Secondly, during this self-same fight, Captain Threepwood spilled boiling nacho sauce on the exposed leg of Bosun Catherine Krebs, hideously scarring one of Flotsam's shapeliest gams. Get him alive! Thirdly, that he did conspire with one Joaquin de Oro to craft and sell counterfeit porcelain power pirates.
All about spreading the box.
And finally, that he folded, spindled, and mutilated this previously pristine ex belonging to Flotsam's newest arrival, Killick Hardtack.
What the heck?
Yeah, he did that to me.
Captain Threepwood, having heard the grave charges arrayed against you, how do you plead?
I was gonna say reason of insanity would
1000%
work.
Not guilty. Especially that last one about the ex.
Very well. Let it be recorded that the miserably guilty defendant has entered a plea of not guilty. Now, who would you like to represent your pathetic case?
I guess he would at least see what the other different options give me.
Don't you have
Yeah.
some sort of public defender?
A public defender? In pirate court?
I feel that that's an oxymoron. Pirate and a
That'd be a
court?
no, then.
Really? I'm pretty sure they would just kill him on sight.
Well, they did have due process in this case, so if they didn't like a captain, chances are we'll strand him on an island. But oh hey, mutiny.
This is just a really long and drawn out parlay.
Hey, Stan, why don't you represent me? For old time's sake.
You mean those old times when you swindled me out of a ship, stuck me in a coffin for 3 months, scammed my insurance company, and got me involved with high-risk doubloon derivatives?
Yes?
Sorry, kid, nothing personal, but I stand to make a bundle in legal fees off these honked-off Flotsamites. They really don't like you.
Yeah.
I guess I'll represent myself.
Captain Threepwood, are you aware of the old pirate court saying? The pirate who represents himself in court has a soon-to-be keel-hauled fool for a client.
Yes, Your Honor, and I am that fool.
Fine! Your move, counselor!
Here's your briefs, kid.
It's an X. It's meant to be dug up.
Yeah.
2p fine. To be paid fine. Death by hanging.
2 pence fine and death by hanging.
Ah,
Mm.
here you got 2 pence. Probably got a bit in those days. Discontinue some Club 41's natural source. Blah blah blah.
Death by corset. Oh my.
Also, thigh crimes and misdemeanors.
Yeah. Ah, yes, the Hollywood corset that was not designed for basic comforts for those who wear them.
Now I'm just reminded of that one part in the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I can't breathe. Yes, I'm rather hard to breathe myself. That just falls off. He doesn't notice.
Traumatized but caught as seen to be crippled pirates, miraculously healed by tonic of cast settlement. If the cat moves an inch, this case is over. Sentence 1, Paul Vian, death by mauling. Mauling by what?
I assume the cat. Although if the cat moves, then the case is over, so it's kind of...
All the cat has to do is hang on long enough.
Yeah.
This return of lighter sentence. Courters and trust stolen pilots. Their testimonies only evidence and less bribe. Sentence.
Not the sextants.
Death
Death
by...
by...
Yeah, the 8-sided dice aren't that scary. Now, if it's a 4-sided dice, then I'd worry.
Or 100-sided, I guess. Then it would be just a ball.
Oh, aye. There we go.
Well.
Could you read that last bit back for me?
Joke's on you, I can't read.
Very interesting.
Also, I'm dead.
I don't even remember saying exsanguinate. No,
You don't hear that word very
questioning your
often.
professionalism. It's just that I don't even know the meaning of... Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
He just lost an argument with a skeleton that can't talk.
Oh, we already said to take the
That
insanity plea.
paralyzed cat is creepy.
Oh, he's moving. His eyes moving. Clearly he's... Yeah. Clearly he's, okay.
I'm surprised Doro ever fell for that.
To be fair, yeah.
Why is it always
Like,
that?
it's still got the freaking
Why not
olive
T
on
marks the
it.
spot?
Not touch of the sponge. Not touch of the ring.
That empty nacho plate is making me hungry.
I know, right? And all I had was grapes.
I haven't had anything to eat this morning. Too early.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
You just want to talk to yourself?
Please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Well, at least I'm not about to be dissected by a crazy scientist. Now to
Yet.
break out of here, find Elaine and use La Esponja Grande to... Hey, what happened to my cool voodoo sponge?
It's
All
on the
possessions
table.
will be returned to the prisoner once he has been cleared of all charges. In the likely event that the prisoner is not cleared of all charges, his property will be distributed to his heirs.
But I don't have any heirs that I know of.
Then there'll be
Wait till the
auction
next
off
game.
eBay.
This part of the wall looks like it's made of pretty loose stuff. I wonder if I could dig my way out. This part of the wall...
Well, we don't exactly have anything on our possession outside of our hook, so...
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
I want to see my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yeah, you might have heard of him. Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Fine. All right, Counselor. Judge Grindstump says you got 5 minutes.
That should be more than enough for this piece of scum. Hope you had a good excuse for dragging me out of bed at this ungodly hour. I need to know how my case is going. I haven't heard from you in days. Not to worry, old bean. Think I can talk the judge down from draw and quartering to draw and thirding. Fraud! Guard! I'm quite done with my client. I'll get you, Threepwood, if it's the last thing I do.
Sorry about that, Mr. Threepwood. I know those prisoners can be a rowdy lot.
Think nothing of it, Mr. Hardtack. Now, where can I find a good grog?
Club 41's right over there, sir.
Yes, that did just work.
Yeah. Reminds that nearly everyone in this world is incompetent.
Stan?
Idea something else for Let's Playing.
Nice to see you out and about, kid. Hope they haven't been treating you too badly in the Huskow.
Well, there is a pretty
Is this
scary
the cause
looking
for
rat
indignities?
myself. At least I hope it's a rat.
It is the cause for
That's just
indignities,
swell,
yes.
kid. Look, could you get out of the way and make room for some paying customers?
What are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be prepping for trial?
Hey, no offense, kid, but the day old Stan can't beat you in open court with one wildly flapping arm tied behind his back is the day I haul my corpus juris back to Jambalaya Island for the full restitutio and integrum. Know what I mean?
Not really.
Exactly.
I think that actually happens.
Stan, about these charges.
Sorry, kid, can't talk. Conflict of interest, attorney, pirate privilege, and all that stuff.
But
La, not talking to you about it.
Technically, aren't you supposed to be sharing your findings with the other attorney?
I know I'll kick myself for asking, but what sorts of trial souvenirs are you selling?
The question you should be asking is what kind of souvenirs am I not selling? Behold, the People vs. Threepwood collection.
Hey, a little me.
That's right, Threepwood, a faithful reproduction right down to the lacy garter belt.
Hey, I only wore those once.
It is I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Sounds nothing like me.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, your real voice didn't focus test all that well.
For shame.
What's that?
That, my piratey friend, is a little novelty I like to call Draw the Beard on the Guybrush.
I had one of those as a
Magnetism
kid, just
and
it
iron
was a
shavings, you can give
dinosaur.
Flotsam's most notorious
I had the
infinite
typical
array of
bald
amusing
guy.
and degrading hairstyles. Observe. What the? This one doesn't have a magnet. And look, it's leaking iron shavings. This is what you get when you use shoddy Fat Island labor.
With Mexico and the fat, it's hardly surprising.
Is that supposed to be you?
None other. Now you and your friends can relive the trial of the century while lounging around in this comfortable polyblend t-shirt, emblazoned with the iconic image of yours truly, a crusading attorney bringing his no-holds-barred brand of justice to Flotsam Island.
I need to get one for Lantern.
On second thought,
Say no
If
more.
only they made those in real life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised you could find something on Etsy.
no matter how many times I see it, I can't get over your jacket.
You like it? I just had it in for its annual re-stitching and de-resing.
I mean,
Notice
with
that
that
you're
jacket,
remarkable
that
for your
is a,
pox.
that is a
Nothing
problem.
remarkable about it
Yeah.
at all, Threepwood. Haven't you been paying attention? The pox only affects real, 100% honest to Blackbeard pirates. Now, I've been many things in this life.
Then why did it affect Guybrush? He ain't a real pirate.
Stevedore, Ralphador,
Technically,
and
he
even a
did go
brief,
for trials.
memorable stint as an exotic dancer to pay my way through law school. But one thing I'm not and never will be is a pirate.
Ah,
It's strange to make part of that Cry's background. But then again, he already did do the stint as a dancer.
so if you're not preparing for trial, what are you doing out here?
Following stands rule number 1, ABM.
ABM?
Always be merchandising. People love following the trials of famous pirates, even B-list pirates like yourself.
B-list?
Key
Royal
Island, the
stand got all the souvenirs
flamethrower.
and timeless keepsakes you'll ever
Kids
need to
love
remind
it.
you of this month's trial
I'm surprised
of
Guybrush
the
even met
century.
B-list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought he would be like on the D list.
How are
And
sales
that's a
going?
high bar.
Right. Celebrity merchandise is always a good investment, especially if you suspect that the celebrity in question is about to become a wind chime in the gallows. Nothing sells like dead celebrities.
Yeah? Well, I don't plan on dying today.
And I didn't plan to wear the same jacket for 20 years, but here we are.
I'll see you in court, Stan.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, make sure you grab it, yeah. You don't want to talk to the guy in the other cell.
I keep forgetting this game's control method.
Lou?
You!
Doro? What happened to your eye?
I'll tell you what happened to my eye, smarty guy. When I dug up that phony dark ninja Dave you planted.
Allegedly planted?
Allegedly planted. I got a speck of dirt lodged in my eye. A week later, it got infected, and Dr. Descent had to cut it out.
Yeah, just bet he did.
Now I need a glass eye.
Why do you want a glass eye? An eye patch is much more piratey.
Eye patches are so last month. All the cool pirates are getting scary glass eyes these days.
How'd you get a wooden one instead?
I guess, but you
Splinters.
really can't beat a glass eye.
Although, if you really fancy, I don't mind the possible side effects. There's this thing called the eye effect now.
What are you in for?
I got arrested for trying to auction a counterfeit Dark Ninja Day figurine at eBay.
eBay?
You know, that bay with the auction thing.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily for me, Stan got me a reduced sentence in exchange for my testimony against you.
Me? What did I do?
You were the one that made the counterfeit Dave in the first place.
Oh, yeah, that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I can't help but notice that you don't seem to be afflicted by the pox of LeChuck.
Oh, don't remind me. All the other pirates have gotten the pox, so why not me?
You thought about the possibility that you might not actually be a pirate?
I am too a pirate.
Okay, you are a pirate. I'm sure the pox will be coming for you any day now. Look, I'm sorry about the jail time, but you've got to stop testifying against me. I've got a wife and scores of pirates to cure.
You're going to cure the pox?
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, I like that. All these poxed pirates are always making fun of me for not being poxed.
Well, come on then. Let's do some business.
Maybe. What can you offer me in
It's not
return?
really into peer pressure.
How about I get you a glass eye for your eye hole?
That sounds interesting.
It's a deal.
But
I knew there'd be a big noisy butt somewhere in there.
I want a really cool glass eye.
And what, pray tell, makes a cool glass eye?
It has to have a really cool color. Like the color in the eyes of those nasty poxed pirates when they're really, really angry.
I'll see what I can do. Associating with hardened criminals like you can't be good for my legal situation. I'm out of here.
Adios.
Hi, Blackjack.
That's really, something.
Aye, isn't she a beauty? It's a prototype of my swashbuckling Susie long-lasting leg lamp. That crystal on top will glow for
Well,
days.
thanks to make a
It's a
reference.
little tacky.
Yep.
Nah, pirates love this kind of stuff.
Fragile. You can't look at the glowing stuff that was coming out of that pipe. Figure he'd at least have something to say about it.
Maybe he's just done with all the shiny things.
Maybe.
That paralyzed cat is creepy. Hi there, Twinkle Toes.
Enjoy your last moments of freedom, cause you're going to pay for what you did to Miss Pretty Whiskers.
I'd be happy to pay. Do you accept traveler's checks? How's Miss Grungy Whiskers doing?
Her name isn't Grungy Whiskers, you love a liquor. It's Miss Pretty Whiskers.
How's the box treating you?
Oh, not too bad.
I know how to get
I
the eye
don't
cutter.
really need that lung
Yeah.
I coughed up.
Yeah, vestigial lungs are the worst. What exactly are you doing?
Mixing up Miss Pretty Whiskers' food. What's it to you?
Can I have some?
No.
Why would you want some?
What exactly are you doing?
Hi, Blackjack,
Trying to
just in
figure out
time.
why
Uh-huh.
Whiskers won't move for
No
me.
food for you.
She's probably just not getting enough iron in her diet.
That's a way to
The
call the
charges and I'll
puzzle.
spare your life.
Bah! Life ain't hardly worth living without the sound of Miss Pretty Whiskers' delicate pitter-pat on the bar floor.
I'm sure she feels the same way about the delicate pitter-pat of your stumps. See ya. Hey, look! A 5-headed bonobo!
I get it.
What? I didn't see nothing.
Sorry, must have been a weather balloon.
I just need to find the magnets and
Yep, the grease fire's still going.
Yeah, that's some sturdy grease.
That bacon grease is still burning.
Are we sure it's not Snorri's brew?
one colour.
Snorri's brew would not burn that long. It'd burn a lot brighter, but it wouldn't burn that long.
Also, Star's brew will probably a white flame.
Hmm.
Okay, we can't go into the jungle just yet.
We can go into Club 41, though.
When I was a younger pirate, I used to lie awake on the deck of my ship and gaze at the seagulls as they majestically swooped and bobbed through the evening sky. And then they started pooping on me. So I stopped doing that. I wonder if Club 41's changed its restrictive policies. Guess so. Ah, Club 41. Nothing screams pirate bar like the aroma of moldy grog sprinkled with just a hint of sea spray and shattered dreams.
I guess we gotta figure out something new since the scum bar was turned into a tiki lounge in the last game.
But you must break Sweetwood out of jail and bring him back to me! He is the only one who has the poxalicious strains that I need.
You're a little behind the times, Demange. I'm pox-free and fit as a fiddle. See?
Impossible.
Nothing's impossible when Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, is involved. And after I cure my wife and everyone else, I'll...
Wife?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She was standing right next to me when LeChuck exploded, so the pox hit her pretty hard.
I want you to hunt down and capture this wife of Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey!
What part of non do you not comprendes?
But I need her! She's the only other pirate who could possibly have the Threepwood strain of the pox!
Then get her yourself.
My dear mademoiselle...
And also, I don't think it would
I
work
don't
that way,
get
given that it's
I
related by
hire people like you to
marriage,
get them
not
fun.
blood.
And if you won't get them, then maybe I'll
Well, in
find
this case,
someone to get
you know,
you.
I
I would
don't
say
want to be
proximity counts.
Oh! Oh, my phalange!
What the?
Oh! That was a very, very bad mistake, mademoiselle.
Well, it wouldn't be the first.
Jerk. Set me up with a line of Blood Island volcano shots.
Me pleasure. These come with our complimentary Club 41 insulated volcano shot glasses. Hewn out of molten lava. They can keep hot liquids hot for a week.
Impressive. Ooh, that's some hot grog on grog action. I'll just save this last one for later.
Wow, he actually was able to tolerate it.
Yeah.
Nice dartboard.
Isn't it,
Which
though?
makes me think there's not a whole
It
lot
was
of
one
alcohol
the
in
few
those things.
I managed to salvage when I was washed ashore on Flotsam all those years ago.
Can I play around?
Unfortunately, the darts were lost a few weeks ago during a bar fight. And pity, too. What with the annual Flotsam Island dart tournament tomorrow night.
I would have thought they cancelled that.
Cancelled due to pox.
What's that artistic
Cancelled that
abomination?
to luck and tarts.
Ah, that be a painting of Flotsam Island's notorious jungle beast, painted by our own Hemlock McGee.
Hemlock? Really?
Aye, no one knows more about our legendary beastie than old Hemlock.
Hmm.